So the IPCC report demonstrates that we must greatly reduce global emissions in order to avoid the worst effects of climate change.
That was in September. They're still at it. Now the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, that's the global warming cops of the United Nations, boy, are they super sure that we're all going to die this time. And so they've come up with yet another scaremongering report. Joining us now from Washington to talk about it is our friend Mark Morano, the executive boss at ClimateDepot.com. Hey, Mark, great to see you. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Ezra. Happy to be here.
Now, tell me a little bit about this latest report. This isn't one of their, once every 5 years mega reports, is it? What's the latest?
Yeah, this is. It's part of their once every five. They had a science report last fall. This is now the impacts report that's coming out, the second rollout. And it is, we had one lead author, Dr. Richard Toll, resign already or have removed his name from the document because he said it was, quote, too alarmist. He said that they were trying to conjure up images of the four horsemen of the apocalypse from the book of Revelations in the Bible, the end times. So we already have one lead author. This follows a string of many authors in the past resigning and quitting and disgust at the UN process. This is just more of the same. Their message is, you didn't believe us before? Well, we've really ramped up the alarm. And here's the key. In 2009, 2010, top UN officials, including Rajendra Pachauri, were telling people, wait till the next report. It's going to be so alarming the world will have to act. They called it years ago. This was predetermined.
Yeah, that's a great point. Here, let me show you some of these quotes. Here's Ivo de Boer, who 5 years ago was talking about the report today, that report is going to scare the wits out of everyone. I'm confident these scientific findings will create new political momentum. I didn't know scaring the wits out of people was a scientific project. Here's the current IPCC chief. I was surprised to learn they still let him be the boss of it with all his scandals. When the IPCC's fifth assessment comes out in 2013-14, there will be a major revival of interest in action that has to be taken. People are going to say, my God, we're going to have to take action much faster than we had planned. There's a lot of religious and superstitious and millennial kind of talk here, isn't there?
Yes, it's very, Book of Revelations, biblical. Al Gore's actually used that phrase. He said, look at the day's weather as like a walk through the Book of Revelations. And they have these storms. They basically have maps out that show every bad weather event as now being attributed to man-made global warming. It's very easy to say, there's going to be many bad things happen. And you know why? Because many bad things have happened in the past. But now they're all caused by global warming. This is a yawn of a report. I mean, it's the height of buffoonery. It's hard to even see anyone getting excited about this, except perhaps for the Associated Press, Seth Borenstein, who on my website today, we said he was aroused by the apocalyptic talk. I mean, it's kind of, it's true climate porn coming out of the UN today.
Holy cow, just don't get them talking about the hockey stick curve. Here, I want to show you my favorite tweet this morning on the IPCC report. It's by Richard Delingpole, who's the brother of James Delingpole, the great anti-global warming skeptic in London. Dick Delingpole says, IPCC, we're all definitely doomed. Honestly, seriously this time, no tricks. PAL reviewed, I like that instead of peer reviewed, confirmed by Al Gore, 105% of scientists, et cetera, very funny. And that's the thing. These guys, that's the thing about being a doomsday prophet, is you've got to get all your book sales and your speaking fees in advance of the world's expiration date. If you say the world is going to end in 8 days, that doesn't work because you have no time to make your millions. Now, the thing is, the global warming types, 15 years has gone by without any warming. And so, they're saying, oh, well, we promise it's coming. Just keep buying our books, keep having us come to your speeches. The end of the world is coming any moment now, and that cold you're experiencing in North America, that's just part of global warming, don't you see? Does anyone buy it anymore, Mark?
No, I mean, we have UN lead authors talking about global warming increasing rape. UN scientists worried about the human increasing rapes. Yeah,
they're blaming rape on global warming.
Yeah, they're going to say an increase of rapes based on global warming, an increase of vehicle thefts, an increase of murder. We have an increase in airline turbulence. A UN scientist came out this past week and is warning about human extinction, which to me, that's what they would want. You got the Paul Ehrlichs and the John Holdrens. They're worried about too many people. You think they would be looking forward to human extinction.
You know, Mark,
this is government.
I can learn from this. You're officer, I know I was speeding in a school zone, but global warming made me do it. It really wasn't me. It's global warming, Your Honor, and that's why I'm drinking behind the wheel also. I mean, is there anything they will not allow global warming to be a catch-all excuse for? You know, here's a question. I got a question for you, Mark. You've been studying this intensely. You're at the BostonClimateDepot.com. You know, a way to test a theory is to find a fact that makes the theory not work. And that would be a fact that causes one to have to review the theory. Is there any weather outcome at all that these folks don't say, proves global warming? If it's hot, proves global warming. If it's cold, proves global warming. Weird weather proves global warming. Normal weather proves global warming. Is there anything in their cosmic theory that isn't sort of cult-like and just reinforces their conspiracy theory?
No, in fact, we have on my archive, I actually have multiple studies predicting the opposite result in the peer-reviewed literature. So we have studies predicting more snow, more drought, less drought. So no matter the outcome, they can point to a study and say, we predicted it. This is called unfalsifiable science.
That's
and it
the phrase.
ceases
That's
to be
the phrase.
science.
Yeah. Unfalsifiable science. We only have about 30 seconds left. Tell me, other than the guy from the Associated Press who said he was aroused, has this been well covered? I mean, I understand that environmental apocalypse movie, Noah, came out at the same time, but has anyone else said, yeah, we believe in this? Last word to you.
Well, it's all over the media. The New York Times, the usual suspects, the Associated Press, the European media. I mean, everyone's all gaga, but I just don't know if this is more than a couple-day news cycle. This is a government report where Rajendra Pachauri, the head of it, said they are at the, quote, beck and call of governments. Their scientists are handpicked by government. The lead author the media is quoting is Michael Oppenheimer, who took money from Barbra Streisand, the Hollywood actress.
Well, it doesn't get more scientific than Barbra Streisand. Mark, we're out of time today. I can hardly wait to have you on again soon. Take care, my friend.